especially because it means that you can put a crop in the center, and then you won't have to. So like eventually you get a watering can that'll water a whole 3x3 square in front of you. So then you can put a crop in the center because you won't have to get to it because you can water it kind of remotely. And then on harvest day you get one more plant, so that's pretty cool. So okay, that's the last of the watering that we have to do, and it's only 8:30 in the morning. So that's pretty good. I mean, that means that we have the rest of the day to maybe fish, or we could go visit the villagers, do stuff like that. Not even sure what I'll be doing for the rest of the day, but something, I guess. Let's get the axe, go get some lumber, maybe. Not a bad idea. I'm not sure. I don't think I've mentioned this actually. That you can. Let's get this. I won't worry about it. Time only passes when you're out of doors. So when you're indoors, time doesn't pass. So you can stay indoors for however long you want, and you won't have to worry about time or anything. So let's see. I'm mostly looking out for some lumber that I can get. Because, yeah, you can buy lumber, but when you could go out there and gather it, it seems kind of pointless to buy it. The only trouble is we're running out of energy now, so gotta go all the way back to the river. Now you start to understand why it's so helpful having the river right next to your house, where you do the majority of your work. Yeah, so he's about to run out of energy now, because I missed some fishing, but if we just cook this fish, you see we have just a sliver of energy left, because it takes a little bit to cook and fish, but once we eat it, we get, you know, a substantial amount back, so no big deal. There's a log over there that's been bothering me. I want to go chop it up, get the lumber, you know. You can also ship your fish. They'll actually sell for a reasonable amount. Let's go do that, actually, because we have enough energy that we could go get some more. And like I said, we're going to need enough money to buy an egg for the festival. So, Imago, that's a full 100G right there. Dace is only 15. And then we got another Dace, so that kind of sucks. But, hey, that's 130 G more than we had before, so not bad. And then you can cook some of these fish. Like, instead of cooking them over the bonfire, you can use your knife set to make sashimi, which is a Japanese raw fish delicacy. So you could do that, and I think that sells better than just the raw fish or the cooked fish. So something to keep in mind. Alright, let's go ahead and eat this one, and then I'll go make sashimi. You can't make sashimi with any kind of fish. I don't think you can do it with daces, because daces are kind of like useless. So they don't want you to be able to do anything with them, but you might be able to. I suppose I haven't talked about cooking at all. Basically what happens is you have this little kitchen here, which is some number of little squares, and then you can put utensils on it, like the knife set, and then you can get like an oven and stuff. And then you can insert ingredients. So, okay, so when you insert an ingredient, you can insert up to 6 ingredients, which is a lot. But, so if you fail at cooking something, so this is, you know, this isn't gonna work because Dace and knife set doesn't make anything. So when we try to do that, it's going to give us this purple smoke, and it says weird dish is done, and that's not so good. It can eat that, but it's not the greatest idea in the world because you don't really know what it'll do. I'll go ahead and eat it and see what happens. Hey, it actually restored a little energy. Not bad, but if we had just cooked it over the bonfire, it would have been better. But rainbow trout, you see we get rainbow trout sashimi in that little field over there. So now, when we make a more successful dish, we get a, done. Okay, rainbow trout sashimi is done. So we get a note for cooking. That's pretty cool. So, cooking note. We must be up to like 5 now, 5 or 6? I'm not sure. But yeah, now you can eat that, and it'll restore much more. Or you could put it in your refrigerator and then, you know, store it for the next day if you know you're gonna be, like for instance, on the 9th of this month, we're gonna be doing 3 harvests and 2 replantings. So I know we're gonna need lots of energy on that day, so sometimes I'll catch some fish the day before when it's, you know, more low-key, and then put those in the fridge so they'll be ready for the next day. Not bad. So let's go across the river. Way across here. Yeah, you can chop down these trees too, and they'll give you a substantial amount of lumber, because you get the stumps, and then you cut the stumps, and those give you like, you know, 3 to 5 logs each stump. But to cut down a tree, it takes a whole lot of energy, and takes a lot of axe swings, I should say. So, kind of one of the greatest idea in the world, to just go around chopping off every tree. Hey, so we get a note. I guess you get a note when you use each tool a certain number of times. I think it's 20 or something. Cutting down trees to collect number, a note of gratitude for the years it takes for them to grow. Yeah, that makes you feel kind of bad, doesn't it? But yeah, so we got another note. Way to go. And yeah, you can upgrade your axe as well once you use it enough, and then you can cut down trees with less effort. So then you can go around just clear cutting if you're into that. But it means less you know, less aesthetic beauty for the rest of us. Not that anybody really cares if you cut down all the trees. It's all up to you. Oh, I forgot to get that log. Oops. Get that in a second. Also, by the way, I didn't mention this, but you can actually plant forest crops on public property if you want. Because it's public property, so that's like the serene stuff. So I could come over here and plant some crops if I was, you know, if I wanted to do that. So that's pretty hardcore. I don't really do that because I don't know. I don't really like the idea of planting, you know, my crops on someone else's property. I don't like that idea. Like, well, I mean, the property doesn't belong to anybody, so it's not really someone else's. But I think you might know what I mean. This is a bigger kind of stump. It takes even more to cut those up. So hardcore. That's Jamie over there. I don't think I've quite talked about Jamie that much, but she pretty much acts like she hates you, no matter how hard you try. It's futile. I'm going to save her, so yeah, I guess she means she's going to save the harvest goddess. But if you look in the upper right of the menu, you see the little record. It says 4 for me and 96 for her. That tells you like who shipped more, like the previous day. So we shipped those fish. Or wait, did we ship those today, or did we ship those? I think we shipped those today, but we shipped that coral yesterday. So that's how we got that little 4% of the total 100. So it's like a fraction, and then clearly she ships a lot more than you, because she's pretty dumb and has lots of like animals and stuff. You know, I wonder if we'll run out of energy here. Oh no, we still have some left. Okay, that's enough for today. Let's go home. A little shortcut, so you don't have to walk all the way home. If you push Z at the menu, you can go home now and go to bed instantly. So then you don't have to walk all the way back to your house. So that's convenient. And you'll just go to bed automatically. It doesn't save for you. Oh, we got a visitor. But when you wake up, you can save, so you can, you know, write in your diary whenever you want. This is Carl. Nice to meet you. My name's Carl. My dream is to open a cafe in this village. A cute little store with delicious cakes and tea. So, eventually he will open a cafe if you ship certain amounts. So he's like, there's the egg festival, but we can't do it unless enough eggs are collected in the collection box. So that's why you have to ship, or put an egg in the collection box, or else the egg festival won't happen, and then you wouldn't get the note. So, granted, we could wait until the next year if we, you know, if we failed. We could get the eggs in the next year. But yeah, it doesn't matter if you tell them that you'll help or that you won't help. As long as you put an egg in, it'll happen. So, yeah, certain industries or buildings will, or expansions, will open if you ship certain goods. So, like, if you ship, I think, eggs and probably milk, then eventually the cafe will open, because, cloudy day tomorrow, because, basically what happens is, or at least what you're supposed to believe happens is, the guy who, what's his name, Bob, collects your shipments and then goes and sells them in town, and then people buy them, and then they use them to expand their business. So then they'll come to this little village and start up a business here. So as you can see, our crops are flourishing, but now we can't walk through them anymore. So if we had a crop in the middle, we wouldn't be able to water it. Fortunately, you can jump over crops, so it's kind of a pain. But then we can water all the stuff here. But sometimes you just get excited with... oh shoot. Get excited with jumping around. I need to get my watering can.